Good afternoon, everyone. It is Mr. Dirt Rider 22, Dirt RDR 22, and this is my 55-hour review of the 24 300 XCW. Hey everyone, welcome to my shop, my YouTube channel. We got a lot going on in here. That is one project that I don't want to get into right now. But my KTM right here, I've been riding on it for about 55 hours now. It's been a really great bike. Wanted to discuss a few things about the bike. It's been performing really well. Right away, late July, they didn't have the mitigator cages or anything out, so I hand built a bash cage for the bike. I've been rocking the SXS skid plate now, and it's been phenomenal. And for a couple hours now, I've been beating on these Enduro Hog hard enduro covers, engine covers. Go ahead and give them a check. Use Travis 10 for a nice little discount. They got free shipping going on right now. Highly support them. Highly recommend it for the KTMs and Husqvarnas. They keep the engine covers, clutch cover, and stator cover on the other side nice. And I haven't really had a lot of mud and dirt coming in, getting in, and chewing it up. But the original KTM case, I started wearing out and flattening from my boot on the brake lever. So I went ahead and ordered these up. They hooked me up, and I've been running them. Really love it. Couple bolts hold it in. You don't have to take nothing apart. Well, obviously 3 bolts, and they come with its own hardware. So all you do is just put your new bolts in and call it a day. I went ahead and got the Chirpy's oversized tank. It's 3.2. This one's meant for the XC, the 23 XC, the 24 XCF series, the 4 strokes. If you put it on your 2-stroke oil injection, your oil fill up here gets squished. I've been using a little heat and molding it in. It's not the greatest, but I can still get to my oil cap without taking this tank off. It wasn't really that big of a deal taking the tank off anyways, but yeah, it's some people get upset. Oh, I gotta move my tank around to get to my oil fill. It takes a little bit of oil, and you get on a stock tank about 5 tanks before you have to fill it up again. I get about, if I'm cruising with the kid, get about 140 miles to a tank. If I'm practicing my hard enduro or just single tracking, I'm probably about 100 and 120 miles to a tank. Obviously, it carries the fuel a little higher. It does offset the bike's balance a little bit, but nothing a good suspension setup can't do. Evo has got me good. I got to give it back to them, Evo Idaho. Give it back to Dylan and get some new adjustments going on. But I highly recommend Evo Idaho, Dylan, for any WP suspension work. I'm just running this Amazon bag with a cell phone charger in it. I've been trying to keep this bike as stock as possible. I've never really been a big fan of KTM, so riding this box stock was great. I put about 15 hours on it, and I enjoyed it. I expected it to break a lot sooner, but so far it's been running great. Original spark plug to the bike. I took the head off and I checked down and looked at my cylinder. Cylinder is still beautiful. Piston's great. Spark plug's phenomenal. I'm running a KTM Power Parts low seat. Again, this one was off the 23 XC. When I bought this bike, there wasn't very many parts available for it. stock exhaust, stock pipe. I have not really did anything hard to it. Everybody always complains, oh, it's got 45, 49 horsepower, boo-hoo. The XC's got 57. Honestly, I rid the 250 XC and the 300 XC. Most of us will never even ride that bike fast enough to have that 57 horsepower available to us. The XCW has been phenomenal. Rev it, lug it, it goes. It takes whatever you want to handle it. Or whatever you throw at it, it handles it. Hill climbs. I did upgrade the rear sprocket. It comes with a 45 rear sprocket. Yeah, that was crap. I mean, if you want top speed, that's great. 48 seems to be a sweet spot for me. You could probably run 51, 52 if you really want some low-end lug. I've been through several gearbox changes now, several air filter changes. The TBI is phenomenal. A lot of two-strokes, you don't want to chop the throttle. Well, you don't want to chop the throttle on any two-stroke. You starve it of oil. But the dual injector setup keeps the bike fed. RPMs are up. Everything is happy when you're riding it. I live in Washington. I ride in Idaho all the time. The bike runs great at any altitude, any elevation. I just climb. The bike doesn't stutter. I don't have a dead spot that some people report. I don't have any hiccups. I ride straight up the side of a mountain and the bike never quits. The clutch is awesome. The brakes, obviously, everybody knows Brimbos are touchy. You barely tap on it and it just stops. Uphill, downhill, it'll stop you. Highly recommend if you like doing any single track, hard enduro, tight technical, slow stuff, get yourself the fan. It's plug and play on the 300 XCW. I understand on the XC you got to add maybe a wiring harness, but the ECU controls everything. Fan comes on roughly 190, 195 degrees. When the ECU and the thermostat says turn it on, it turns on. Cools down the bike really quick. Like just takes the heat out and then shuts off. I literally only have had the fan come on once since I've been riding in July. And I have an external thermostat I'm going to put on it. Get some upgrades, try it out, see where the bike actually lives for temperature. But that's all in future plans. Right now I'm rocking the stock plastics. I have Emperor Racing Radiator guards. It has been phenomenal. It's that one-piece setup. It's got that crossbar right there. Installation was a breeze. I had to modify slightly my cage, but I've laid this bike down multiple times right on the radiators, and it doesn't do nothing. No bends, no folds. It won't even bend backwards. The bike has been responsive. Second, third gear riding. Obviously, if you're buying it, set your suspension up, review in the manual how the suspension should be for your weight, riding style, and go from there. Not everybody needs to run out and drop several $1,000s on a suspension setup, but usually I recommend getting a bike revalved for you, your weight and riding style, just so you're having a happier time. I know a lot of the Euro guys have issues with their start-stop switch. I'm running the stock start-stop switch. It's been wet. It's been soaked in mud, crashed on, hasn't broke yet. The bike still fires up. One thing I did have an issue with was the headlight switch. That thing decided didn't want to turn on or off anymore, but I got a new switch and that fixed that. I'm running the KTM hot cam. When you buy the bike brand new, it comes with a white cam and a gray cam. The white cam allows the throttle to be snappier. That opened the bike up amazing. But yeah, there she is in all her glory. 55 hours, still going strong. Engine is nice. Lots of power, foot pegs, swing arm. I'm still rocking the stock hand guards. I cut my levers short. I like the short levers, but I'm not about to go buy levers. I just sand the ends. I like short levers. I haven't had a single issue with my purchase braking. I understand that was a thing with Brake Tech. Some people said they broke their Brimbos on the 23s and the TPI bikes. But all in all, this bike has been phenomenal. I actually highly recommend going and getting one. But I mean, if you still want to stay old school and stay carb, ain't nothing wrong with a 19 and under. This bike screams still. I'm very happy with that one. But this is my stock styled riding bike, you know. I killed the swing arm a couple times. I had some swing arm guards on it, but I ripped them off faster than I could ever imagine. So I've just been running it as it is. I haven't had any issues. Been really impressed with this Maxxis IT tire. It's the intermediate. It's been gripping. I'm about to be replacing the front stock tire. I finally smoked the lugs on it. I've been thoroughly impressed with it, considering I got that Project 450 over there. That used to be my hard enduro bike. I just wanted to say thanks to everyone that supports me. Thanks for watching my channel. Remember, Enduro Hog, EnduroHog.com, Travis 10, TRAVIS 10, gets you a nice little discount. Helps me, helps you. Give it up for Chirpies, KTM, Evo Idaho, Slavens. I know I'm going to say that wrong. Get butchered for that. Highland Cycles, they really helped me out discussing everything going on with the bike. And yeah, keep riding. Thank you.